Hey guys, this is Jeff Matson with another episode of WordPress In Motion. Today we're going to talk about the common WordPress misconceptions that a lot of people have. Now there's a lot of them that float around, and Andrew Nason actually asked for some not too long ago, and there was some great feedback. So let's look at some of the ones that were most common. Now the first one is that it doesn't scale. The second one is that it's only for blogs. The third one is it's not for real developers. And the fourth one is that WordPress is insecure. Now, of course, there were many others, but these are the ones that I saw were most common. So let's first take a look at the misconception that it doesn't scale. Now, there's a lot of sites out there that run WordPress. It actually powers about 23% of the internet. And some of those sites are sites like CNN, MSNBC, and even Justin Bieber. So if they can handle all that traffic, as well as Justin Bieber can handle millions of 12-year-old girls, then obviously WordPress is able to scale and run on a large site. The second misconception that I've seen was that WordPress is only for blogs. And that's truly not the case. As it powers 23% of the internet right now, 1 in 4 websites that you visit would be a blog. And most of the time that's really not the case. There are things like BuddyPress, which allows you to make a social media site with WordPress. There's AppPresser, which allows you to make fully native iPhone apps and Android apps using WordPress. And with it powering 23% of the internet, 1 in 4 sites that you visit would be a blog. No, that's just not true at all. So WordPress has evolved from just being a blogging platform to really being a fully featured content management system. So WordPress is definitely the way to go for most things. Definitely not only for blogs. Now, the third thing that I've heard is that WordPress is not for real developers, and that's simply not the case. A lot of times it comes from another developer on another platform like Node.js or maybe Ruby. Well, would I be saying that Ruby developers aren't real developers or Node.js developers aren't real developers just because I don't use those tools? No, of course they're real developers. They make something and they make something good. And that's what my definition of real developers are, is just somebody that makes something and uses the tools they have. So to say that somebody's not a real developer because of the tools they use would just not be, that's just kind of wrong. The fourth misconception that I have here is that WordPress is insecure. And there's a lot of arguments about that and saying that, well, because it's open source, that means it makes it insecure because anybody's able to read the source code, including attackers. Well, it's true. They can read the source code. But if an attacker wanted to attack a closed source software, they can still dig through it and find security holes. Open source actually helps the security because everybody's able to look at it, and everybody's able to make modifications as they see needed, and then suggest those modifications to be released in core. And so with that, you have a lot of things that are noticed by security professionals and say, all right, this is a problem, we need to fix this, and they push out a patch. And a lot of times that's pushed out before you even realize it. A lot of times it's just there. Now it's more secure without having to have any big, large intervention or anything like that. So open source actually helps the security of the software itself. A lot of the security issues that I see are typically because of third-party plugins that are insecure and out-of-date plugins and WordPress core that are insecure. Yeah, old versions become insecure. There are new bugs found every day. There's old versions of pretty much anything can be insecure. So you want to make sure that, of course, you update everything. But as long as you keep everything updated and you use reputable plugins by well-known authors, you're perfectly fine. You shouldn't have anything to worry about. So this has been the most common misconceptions of WordPress. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like it, and be sure to leave a comment and let us know what other misconceptions you've heard about WordPress. Thanks guys, and have an awesome day. Did you know the Inmotion Hosting Support Center has thousands of articles, pictures, and video tutorials to help you out with your web hosting questions? There's something for everyone, from beginners to experts. Join our community and sign up with your Facebook or Google Plus for free swag, prizes, and discounts. Visit our support center at inmotionhosting.com/support.